Alright, Tom, here's your first guitar lesson video. Do recommend you check out the How to Hold the Guitar video, though you'll probably get everything you need to in the first few moments. Reminder, we got this thing, it's got this indentation, you put it on your leg right where it fits there, not at this angle. You want it to be just off your body, barely leaning back on it, and in a position where, if anything, it's going to fall off to the right. We don't want it drooping down that way, which is what happens. You know what? I'll just make this video for you straight up because you're on the advanced learn shit fast course. So like, if I just put it in the middle, this happens. And that's why we got a world of guitarists holding the guitar up over there, steadying it out here with jack technique. So we are going to avoid that right now at this moment by slinging our arm around the instrument such that the crook of my arm's got the guitar here. And you might, initially move your legs closer together if it feels like, but then the sound hole's all the way over there. The way we're going to deal with that is by moving laterally, not moving out in front of the guitar more, which is what we're trying to stay away from, even if we'll see most people doing. It's steadying the guitar like out in front, which then compounds that my fretboard went that way, when we're mostly looking to play at a right angle like this. So that's it. It's like this position where it's teetering on the brink of falling off to the right, And we can chill out and play like that too. It's just way more intuitive to chill out and play like this. So if you're sitting back, still just keep it at the right angle. Yeah, cool. So we talked about strumming and how the range of motion is bigger than we expect. Here's how it would sound if I just moved in this range. Pretty bad. So bring it down on the sides here, down as low as there, and pick like that about this much sticking out on my fingertip, not my knuckle. And yeah, so it's got a little bit, it's got a loose wrist feeling, but mostly we're just using our arm and forearm. So having your arm in this position starts to extra suck. Just again, it's really actually in the crook of my arm, right there. But so cool, man. And we learned some left-hand chords. If you find yourself doing this with the guitar or this with the guitar, it's just going to be an issue. So the more you can focus on your starting position for a split second, it's going to save time, even though it seems like it's taking extra time. I'm sure this has come up in our bass lessons. But so E minor, we're doing with these two fingers, not these two fingers, though it's a chord we would do both ways. If there was something where I didn't need the first fret, like Nirvana, About a Girl, I'd totally play it with these two, but in general, we're going to be in this world where we're going to do that. So there's a chord, and it does include E, because that's the E string, right? So let's just work on some down strums. Try to go focus, pause, rest, hearing. Not, but like, sometimes if you miss altogether, that's like a good mistake. But it seems like you fiddled with the guitar enough where that wasn't really an issue for you. So then I just try to go down and up. And slower is fine. No rhythm is fine. Just looking at that correlate up strum. Cool. And then work towards some kind of tempo of going down one and two and down, up. And yeah, so make sure you get that one. And that was until that gets easier, you can go like 4 strings, reset, or just what we don't want to do is right away do it over and over again and just like guess and hope to get better. That's how you're going to end up with bad habits. So actually do some reps where you consciously engage what you're doing and pause in between tries like we do when we're memorizing. Just our memorization headspace versus our playing headspace. Okay, cool. So the other chords we learned were E major, which is just put your first finger on, get that not a flat third but a regular fifth right there. And it makes sense that would be G sharp. Yeah, very flat. Alright, then A minor is that same shape, move down towards the ground. And that's a chord where, in theory, we're trying to just hit the A string and down, but we're going to deprioritize that in favor of strumming away. And in this particular chord, actually, you're going to use your thumb to mute the 6th string. Now here's the thing. I'm not depressing it. I'm just barely making contact with it. You don't have to hook your thumb over the top. If you touch it at all, you're going to get click. No. In this particular chord, it doesn't matter. In A minor, so your E minor is like this, and then you just change a little bit. But so A minor, we switch to C, where this is way more relevant because hitting the bass string in C, even though that's a chord The stereo instructions for that are, our clutch position is exactly like this. Not like this, not kind of classical position. And if you find yourself at this angle, it's going to have this like, do I go off to the side? So none of the I create distance grips. There's just this, like how we play bass. And then there's thumb over top or clutch. Clutch typically refers to playing thumb bass notes, but I'm just going to say clutch rather than thumb over top every single time. That's our default position because we want to be able to do bends and stuff at any time for openers. And that's how it looks for us. It's really not that different than classical position functionally. You can't do big reaches or anything, but most people are overdoing it because they're holding the guitar up over there, or we're at some point and then just end up in that position. So really just hook your thumb over the top like that. That's all we're going for with your hand, flush against the fretboard, making this like C shape or just like a shark that comes in like that. This is some underemphasized content right there from teaching in general. So, like that. And if you want to mess around, try some bends up the neck or something, you can, Just use, if I'm bending with my ring finger, which is the most common one, I'm going to be pushing up with my middle and ring finger together. Regarding stuff we do with some of the top, back to actual core work from this week. Rhythm 1, just down, 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 down. Try to get actually where you get less mechanical with that. It starts to get easier. Then we're going to actually try to play in rhythm, down, up, down, up. Recommend, E minor since it's all the strings. But when you're playing C or A minor, you're going to be hitting all the strings. You're just going to be going click. No, 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 no. At some point, we'll need to just be able to hit 5 strings, but for now, we're just going to swing away and use our thumb to mute the bass string. New concept, new why do we do this, how does it work, etc. That's how. Click, like that. And those chords are relative major, relative minor, A minor, and C, like all of our A, B, C stuff. So check it out. Just one finger moves. That makes sense. All right, so rhythm 3 is going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4 in. So, like we talked about during the lesson, my hand's constantly doing this. There's an up strum after 1. I just don't hit. It's like I just did that super exaggerated. It's totally there we go. Cool. And you play it much slower. And then so there's that. And then just sit on that. Go one conscious focus headspace, then switch to now I'm playing. It's gonna be way tempting to just loop it right away. Don't. Cool. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3, 4, and a hip hop beat. That's gonna go down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. Which is down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3, 4, and like that. So there we go. And I mean, you'll probably just do it by ear and feel fine, but there it is. It's down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, down. Awesome. So we also learned how to play scale. Our same principality applies where we're not trying to go seesaw. So starting with C here. And so there's C, there's the root going, 3, D, E, D, not C, D, E, F. So 3, 0, 2, 3. G, A, just 2 notes there on the 3rd string. This one's called 3rd string. The one that's called the 1st string on bass. And then 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 3. So that's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, extra notes. Cool. So no seesaw, and don't worry about playing it in rhythm, conscious focus. And use all down picks at first if that's easiest. Seriously, do it. You're focused on left hand right now. Now, having done that, you're going to incorporate alternate picking, which is how we pick, unless there's some compelling reason to do something else when we're playing quick successions of notes. That's how we actually do that. And accordingly, like with metal bass riffs, it's like kind of like Cliff Burton could do stuff from Metallica with his hands that everybody else has to use the pick for almost, which has to do with your hand basically. Cool, I think that's pretty much everything we're talking about, aside from switching between chord shapes. So, The non-obvious thing is that you get this open strum. Like if I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4 end on 4 end, my left hand's already going to have split on the way to the next chord. So I'm about to go E minor, or I'll just go E to A minor, so it's the same shape. So I'm going. That actually had this in there, which we're used to hearing, and it's correct. It's not like cheating. It's just. So yeah. That's the one. If you really like fixate on it, let alone strum it harder, it might sound weird, but that's actually what we're doing. All this. And with A minor and C, you don't have to do it, but you can move your ring finger quicker. Cool. All right, I'll see you Monday at 1. Looking forward.